Welcome to A Poet's Room. This is Anthony Hendricks, your host, and today's vlog is titled How This Guitar Relates to Spiritual Practice in Recovery. Spiritual practice in many circles is frequently referred to as recovery. The gift of recovery normally starts after immense crisis and suffering. In the practice of recovery, a person learns how to tune their spirit by using principles and techniques learned from more advanced practitioners. Illusion of perfection, or the need to strive for perfection, exists as a great stumbling block. Acceptance of imperfection and the need for help opens the door to humility, which fosters growth. The following poem illustrates that helpful principle. It's titled This Guitar. I say to the friend, this guitar in my bedroom sits in the stand all day long, doing nothing. Doesn't it know it was made to make music? Tony, the friend exclaims, this guitar is the form, a body, a sounding board, a neck with frets, strings, tuners, braces, created to make beautiful music, but the instrument remains passive until you tune it up, finger a chord, then caress the strings. So too with you, except both instrument and musician resides inside. Don't be stubborn or proud. Ask for help in tuning. Next, I want to share what can happen when that instrument is picked up and played. I call the instrumental Passion Rising during COVID-19. You may notice imperfection in the playing, but also that I'm energized. My spirit loosens up, starts to dance. It's titled Passion Rising during COVID-19. Over the years of spiritual practice, I've learned to ask basic questions such as, what needs to be recovered exactly? What has been lost? The answer for me is 1, a healthy sense of self by asking, who am I? Who am I really? And second, that sense of myself needs a healthy, loving relationship with that creative energy that brought me into being. I need to actively seek a conscious connection with that creative energy. In growing up, the authentic self frequently recedes into the background as negative learning creates a false identity. Layers of training to fit into family and culture shape us, provides us with a public face, a persona. I was told who I should be and how I should be. This false identity separated me from feeling that primal connection with the true source of being. Awareness of that life force animating me became buried beneath the demands to adapt. I nearly lost my most intimate, valuable relationship, the connection with the power that flows through all things. Every culture and creed has their own name for that creative energy. Adepts say there is no thing, but that names are the Tao, Buddha, Christ, God, Allah, Brahman, and many others. But the name is never the thing. Another way to consider this concept is to say that this power, this creative energy source, is beyond our human ability to define. Yet our spiritual growth is dependent on that connection. Spiritual practice fosters that connection, breaks down barriers as the person in recovery returns to fundamentals, an unlearning process that moves us toward knowing that that nameless energy must reside in all things, most surely in ourselves. Now I want to read for you a poem titled Recovery. Recovery. Only life's suffering can bring you to your knees over and over until no longer praying for once. The only valid question becomes paramount. Recover what? That which brought you to be inside your mother's womb, brought her through contractions of pain to find joy in the new life she brought forth. That which raised you up from crawling floor to run on fleet feet. That which taught you the dance steps in the grocery store. That which you sang as rain fell to wet your hair. That mysterious energy that can be dulled but never lost. Go ahead. Fear not to say to yourself that word. The abundance of, the gift of your being still unfolding, as graying eyes smile now to see children dancing down every aisle. The poet T.S. Eliot wrote, "We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time." This poem implies that our spiritual growth leads us to not simply return to childhood, rather to recognize on a higher conscious level that that primary source is the end-all, be-all of not just ourselves, but of the universe and all it contains. Be well, my friends. May peace and serenity be yours. Love in that special way. Until the next time, Tony. And P.S. In this blog, I share 2 poems written by me after reading The Gift, a collection of poetry by the Sufi master Hafez. Hafez lived and died in Persia in the 14th century. The Gift was a gift from a friend. Thank you, Tim.